the last episode of Sailing Free Spirit, we fueled up the old-fashioned way in Lossiemouth before heading through some very changeable weather towards Inverness. As we entered the Moray Firth, we enjoyed some amazing scenery before heading into Clacknaharry. The heights of the walls here caught us by surprise, but not as much as the beautiful scenery we're about to witness. Come rain, come shine, flat waters and wind, the Caledonian Canal was just beautiful. And in this episode, we will see even more of it.
The most beautiful day. We've started so late. Hey! We've got our washing hanging up. Haha! We've got some banging tunes. Alex K on the radio, well, on the YouTube. It's beautiful, and we're probably ruining it for everyone else with our noisiness, but we're having fun. We can't see anybody anyway. This is the nicest day that we've had here in Scotland. In fact, I think on the whole journey. What do you reckon,
That's
hey?
the best. It is the best. Yeah.
Glorious.
It's taken us a month to get it.
Yeah. Look at those hills. Look at those trees.
This is not colour enhanced either.
Look at the colour of the sky. Blue sky. Got our snacks going on. Cabbage snacks.
I can't think of a better place in the world to have a bit of cabbage. This is our favourite of the three Loch Lochy. It is the best.
We've only been in two.
We've been in three.
Oh, we've been in three. Oh yeah, Loch Oik didn't count. Oh, Loch Oik was pretty though.
This is my favourite of the three. But Loch Oik was lovely, yeah. But it always depends on when the sun comes out. Look at that. No colour enhancement required.
Look at this water, look at this view, look at this sunshine. We're in Scotland. Ah, dear me, I've only put my t-shirt on because we're filming. I don't want to scare you, but it's hot enough to be a proper summer right here. It's brilliant.
Ben Nevis in the distance. 1,300 metres.
There we are coming into Kerrera. There's the man doing the thing up there. We've made it as far as we can today. We've got as far as Bannervie and we can't go any further because there's a lock in front of us and they're not opening that until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I think it's roughly about 4:30 in the afternoon at the moment. It means that we've got plenty of time just to relax and do some important bits and bobs. And one of those important bits and bobs, sadly, involves the engine bay. Oh. Nothing horrendous, just the engine's done over 100 hours actually since the last oil and filter change, so it's time to just suck the oil out. I use a lovely little scavenger pump like this and change the filter. Now amazingly, there was a filter on board when I bought my Anna and it belongs to a 1981 Renault. I did a few bits of checking and yes, it is the right one to fit a Volvo Penta. So I could pay either £20 for a Volvo Penta oil filter or £3.25 for a no longer produced Champion equivalent. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? Taken the dipstick out, stuck one end of the scavenger pump down into where the dipstick goes. I'm crouched in a really tiny place. The other end goes into that. Pump this and dirty oil goes out into this old oil container. I've sucked all the oil out now using the pump. If you come down to this side, you can see here I've got the Volvo Penta oil filter there, and hopefully I'm just going to manage to unscrew this. Success! Without too much spillage. I'll give it a clean enough wipe, I might be able to sell it on eBay. Right, so now all I need to do is take this plastic cover off here. I'm going to rub a bit of fresh oil around that ring, screw it on, then give it an extra nick up. Get your triple QX on there, look at that, lovely. But while I'm down here, I thought I would check my gearbox oil. That is my filler and dipstick, but it looks, ooh, more than full. We've come out this evening just for a little bit of a walk, just to try and assess what will be going down tomorrow. There's going to be about, I think it's 7 locks and about 100 metres. Is it 100 metres? No, 100 foot.
No.
No, what?
The entire rise across the Caledonian Canal is 100 feet.
All right, okay.
Meters.
30 metres. We come down a little bit earlier, so we're going down to sea level tomorrow. Thought we'd have a little look at Neptune's staircase, but also check out behind us Ben Nevis. Sadly though, we're not going to manage to get up there, are we?
Forecast is for rain, so what a contrast from today, but I guess in a mountain area you'd expect something like that.
The forecast bad weather was starting to come in a little, and so we decided to have a warming walk down to the bottom of Neptune's staircase. But then we found an even more warming option just about halfway down. Maybe a nice little nightcap before heading to bed, hey?
Well, after a fantastic night's sleep, I'm rather afraid this morning's plans have all gone a little awry. You see, what we were supposed to do was start going down Neptune's staircase at around about 10 o'clock. Well, it's after that now. And apparently there's an issue with the railway bridge, so we're going to go and have a look at the railway bridge and find out what's wrong. This big beast is a bit interesting. I was chatting with a fella on it yesterday. Normally what they do is they take groups of couples, maybe 6 couples, on activities and things like that around the Ness. But sadly, because of COVID, they can only book it out and leave it here. So if you're a family of 12, you can just have a floating hotel right here in the locks and not go anywhere. Which seems a bit rubbish to me, but you know, kind of nice and pretty inside, I suppose. I think I'd rather be doing all the activities though. This over my shoulder now is the road bridge. Yesterday it was stuck open for 2 hours and caused absolute mayhem in Fort William. Well, they've got it closed, but now they're all stood around scratching their heads and looking at things to try and see if they can get it working properly again. So this morning we originally thought 10 o'clock leaving. I had a chat with a fella on the radio. He says, oh, after lunch. The fella I've just been talking to now says, well, they might be locking boats up at 1:30, but then we won't be able to get down the other end, because when we get down the other end, there's not enough tide at 2 o'clock for us to get out at the bottom, and then we'll be stuck. So it looks like we're here for another day. It was so hot yesterday, and it's an all-metal bridge, that he was saying it just expanded a bit too much. They could open it, but then when they tried to close it, it wouldn't close. Well, it's lifted about 6 inches, and now we're here knocking. The man under there has got a chisel and a mallet, and I've got no idea what he's hitting, but I'm sure he does. Well, this is exciting, because while I was watching the guys banging away and trying to make that bridge work, I heard a bit of a whoo-hoo sound. This is where the Jacobite train comes past, and I think over this bridge, in just a few moments, we're going to see a steam train. Let's go and have a look.
As I watched for Harry and Hermione, it became apparent that sailing anywhere before tomorrow morning was going to be a mountainous problem. And with mountains in mind, and better weather than was forecast, we decided there was something else we needed to conquer. Ben Nevis.
We got our bags. We've got the access to Ben Nevis Arrow. And up behind those trees is Ben Nevis. The summit is 1344 metres. What do you reckon, Neens? We could do that?
Oh yeah, easy. 4 hours up, 3 hours back.
I think there's plenty of people going up there today. We'll have somebody to follow. Bit of a traffic jam ahead. I think everybody's decided to come because it's a lovely Saturday. And then we come across this. So it's beautiful scenery in Scotland, ruined by Buxton water bottle. Some of these paths are so well prepared. And other parts of the paths are prepared by nature. So where this river crosses the path, apparently this marks halfway point, although I'm not entirely too sure as to whether or not that's halfway height or halfway distance. Though we're glad to see it, we know we're halfway. It's a bit of a motorway though, hey?
Oh, it really is, yeah. It must be, on this mountain today, I reckon at least
over 1,000. Yeah.
We couldn't quite see the canal from our new vantage point up high, but the view was beginning to get better and better. Sadly though, not everybody got to enjoy the whole journey. I've no idea who it was that needed this rescue copter, but it was a nice reminder to put some cash into the RNLI and maybe air sea rescue pots we'd seen earlier.
So, just behind us, above behind my head, you see it there? That's it. That's the top, nearly.
Nearly.
But we're at a point now, and it's like we could go to the top, like everybody else is doing, or we could buck the trend and say, no, we're not going to go to the top. We're going to turn around right now, and that's what we're going to do. We're just going to turn around and say we're not doing what everyone else is. No, we're not. We're going to the top.
I was like, no, do what you want, but I'm definitely going to the top.
There we go. Nina, Richard, and 1,000 other people have made it
Top of Britain.
to the top of Scotland. Is it Britain or Scotland?
Britain.
I suppose so, yeah. Sorry. Look at this, so many people. As Nina makes the final descent to the top of the strange looking shed, whatever it is. Refuge only.
If you're desperate, this is actually better than anywhere else you've got.
Higher than the trig point. Higher than the trig point, which is there. And we can see everywhere. Thankfully the clouds have just lifted enough for us. Look at that. It's been a grueling 9 hours.
Really has.
And we're not
Certainly
even
longer than we thought.
Yeah, and we've not even finished yet. We're not too far away from a cafe, so I just thought we'd stop right now while we could still see where we've been in the distance behind us. It wasn't just an enjoyable trip though, and as we saw earlier, we saw the bottle. On the way down we decided we'd get a plastic bag and we'd collect
a bag of rubbish. Yay, so that's a feel-good factor.
Well, that's a feel-good factor, definitely, definitely. Well done, Nina. Nina's carried that all of the way. Everything from bottles of...
Buckfast.
Buckfast.
Scottish Delight from Devon.
Coke cans, Iron Brew, sweet wrappers.
A lot of sweet wrappers, actually.
Banana peels. Takes how long to...
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
So don't drop them, even though they're organic.
Certainly not at the top of that thing. Not that thing, that's Nina. That thing up there. Hey, it's been a great day. We've really enjoyed ourselves, but I am so ready now for a cafe. Definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to lock number 2 of what I believe is 7 of Neptune's staircase. We were woke early this morning, 8 o'clock. Rather aching, I have to say, after yesterday's expeditions, to be told, come through to the lock now, so we did. I'm up top, and Nina is down below and driving the boat. Mr. Engineer, thank you so much for opening the gate for us. There it is, the troublesome road bridge and the less troublesome railway bridge. These are fantastic times as we exit Neptune's staircase. Well, we've come out of Corpac Sea Lock and we've just moored up here on this little final pontoon while we get our lunch ready before we head out down the lock. Just wait for you to put a spoonful of food in your mouth and then ask you, what was your take, Nina, on the locks and the canals that we've just been through?
What, the whole lot?
Yeah.
Can we eat, please?
So as I was doing my plan for coming down Loch Line, I did wonder what this yellow square was. It's not like anything I've ever seen on a chart. Anyway, it turns out that yellow square is that thing. And we are in a submarine testing area. So that looks like it's pretty well moored up there forever and therefore gets itself on the charts. I guess they don't have a symbol for that, so a yellow square will do. Having a lovely sail this morning. The sun is out. T-shirts, shorts. Don't even need any shoes today. Mariana is behaving herself in these swirly whirly waters. As we came in the other end of the canal and we got taken by a bit of tide, somebody commented on Facebook and they said, oh, wait till you get out the other side. It's like really swirly and whirly. And there's comments about, not so bad that it will drag you down, but maybe the giant octopuses will. Yeah, it really was. You come out through the Corran Narrows, the water is really confused. Thankfully we're past that bit, and we're enjoying the view again. It's beautiful up here. Well, as we come off the Isle of Jura, or Jura Island as it's called, we've got these lovely cutesy little buoys. Just tiny, red and green, just to keep us on track, because this is a very narrow path, and I'm so glad they're here. They don't look very official. I think they probably belong to the sailing club, but they stopped me running aground, so that's really nice of them. That one looks like a broken Teletubby.
The one thing I hadn't realised while singing their stupid Teletubby song was that we just passed a really exciting castle. Especially exciting if you're a Monty Python fan, which I am. So I'm afraid I missed the opportunity to quote, "It's the Castle Arg! Our quest is at an end!" But I don't think Nina would have understood that. Anyway, our quest was nowhere near an end. We were pressing on towards Oban.
Welcome from Oban Marina, which isn't in the town of Oban, it's on Kerrera, the island across, and is beautifully green. So we were only going to stay here one night, and then we decided that we would probably stay another night. Look how beautiful that is. So that tower that you can see there, we're going to be walking towards that in a moment. And what else are we going to do? We're going to maybe go for a swim. Let's see if we can get some underwater footage for you. And we're going to go for the farm shop ice cream. Yay! This little baby piggy is going to become somebody's bacon one day. Can you believe it?
I don't like bacon anymore.
I don't like bacon anymore.
I like them living.
Yeah. There's the farm shop. That's where we're going. We found a true sign we might be near a farm. We've got ducks and chickens. And we found the smiliest looking guard dog that I've ever seen. Well, this is it. The farm shop. And there's nobody in, but it says it's open. But what we've got in this fridge is wee pots of ice cream from the wee aisle. And then we pay using backs. And we make a note of what we've taken. Really rather trusting here on this little island.
Yeah.
Hey you, Mr. Coo, you're not going to talk to me. Erected by a grateful public in memory of David Hutchinson, whose energy and enterprises the benefits of greatly improved steam communication. He gets a big tower at the top of Kerrera. After beating back many thistles and bristles and stinging nettles and wading through muddy sections, we got to the beach.
Okay, well it might not be a sandy beach, but is there really any need for this in such an otherwise beautiful place? It was, unfortunately, too big for us to carry back and dispose of properly.
And now across to the high ground. We're in Oban Marina. It's lovely. That was a strange smell. Couldn't quite work out what the smell was in Oban Marina. Turns out it might not have been Oban Marina. It might have been aubergine. Aubergine. What is this called? Aubergine, eggplant. It's got a little bit funky. And you know what else isn't sweet? A mouldy Swede is not sweet. Okay, so this is our food stalls covered.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep all the fruit and veg and stuff in one area, so it's easy to kind of keep track of.
It's
yeah.
cold down there.
It's really cold. It's right next against the water. It's been doing all right. I wouldn't hesitate with using it again. It's just that they're just a bit too soft, those fruits, to come down here. This is a
butternut squash.
A 5 weeks old butternut squash, so it's doing fine. So
And it's been cut.
It's been cut, so we just cut off the end that's a bit dry and that, and just do that. These are doing all right. They're a week old.
We really hope you've enjoyed joining us on our journey, and we look forward to hearing from you either through Facebook, Patreon, or in the comments below. Please do like, share and follow us on YouTube. That helps others find our little channel. And a special thank you to these lovely patrons. We're so grateful.